Good morning. Ooh, that was terrible. Today we are on bad quality again because my phone is yet to be fixed and I want to talk about a serious topic. The probably top 5 worst things that happened to me in my life. Byler Byler. It is simultaneously the best and the worst thing that has happened to me. And I think I need to expand on this. I think I need to expand on this. This was the summer of 2025. It was Christmas. We were visiting my grandpa, and a little before Christmas, school holidays and such. And I was so happy about Byler. I got introduced to Stranger Things fandom through my friend, and through that, I discovered this whole Byler fandom, and seeing it just gave me so much hope with life and just friendship and what love meant, especially on such a broad scale, and how love could be perceived, such as Byler. Anyhow, yeah, so after discovering Byler, it was nearing season 5. It was season 5, right? And I watched it, the first part of season 5, and I was like, "Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. This is the best thing ever. Ever? This is the best thing ever." Because it was the best thing ever. It was genuinely like, "Whoa." When Will was like, he just saved Mike from the Devil Gorgon, that was like life changing. That was genuinely revolutionary, bro. But anyway, so I watched it, right, and it was amazing, genuinely, and I had even more Byler hope than ever. I was telling everybody I placed bets. I was like, Byler's gonna happen, Byler's gonna happen. You all will regret this. Byler will happen, and then we went to my grandpa's for Christmas. It was near that time, and on Christmas, I watched like the part 2 or something, and they were like, Balor's not happening. What? What? And I was miserable. I was miserable over at my grandpa's. So it wasn't just that. It was like Byler didn't happen either, and I'm miserable, bro. I was so dumb, bro. Um. Anyway, so Byler didn't happen then, and I was like, what? And I was super like pissed, bro. It was not even a joke. I was so sad, distraught, mad, just every single synonym and description for sad. Later on, my life had just this melancholy feeling after Byler didn't happen on part 2, and then I was like, doesn't matter. It's gonna happen in the final. It's gonna be like this big twist, and it's gonna be beautiful. And I still had mighty confidence, and then New Year's Day rolled around, and it didn't happen. And it just feels to me when that didn't happen, it kind of felt like a betrayal of sorts, and it felt like I was lied to because I was lied to, and I just never thought that it wouldn't happen. I had so much confidence. Yeah. Oh my days. Coffee make Captain Cap Cop. I'm gonna quit talking. What I meant to say was Captain Coughing. If my delivery was freaking on point, that would have been hilarious, but it's not. You know the freaking comeback song from Bizarre Twerk? That's how I feel right now. This is so embarrassing, bro. People love that I hate myself. Anyhow, back to Byler, bro. Uh, I just felt so betrayed. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw all the sad Byler angst TikTok edits. It was brutal. It was brutal all around. Anyhow, um, so first of all, just Byler not happening was insane to me, and I thought like, this is a joke, right? This is a joke, right? And uh, wait, can I actually stop? Can I actually stop? Anyway, and then like the whole conformity gate thing happened, and I didn't believe in conformity gate, but I thought it was nice. And then I just like did more of like the looking into the writing and just the whole plot of Stranger Things overall, and I was like, there are so many plot holes. This is stupid. Mike's just an asshole for zero reason then, and a bad boyfriend. What? So absolutely horrid, darling. Absolutely horrid. Um, I just can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I'm still distraught. Like yesterday, I cried about this. I cried about Byler, bro. I'm struggling to put the mic back on, bro. Okay, okay, basically. Anyway, burp. Sorry, my bad. You might be wondering, why is this filmed on a freaking, why is the sound attached to glasses? Well, because I don't really know. I felt it was nice to hold something because in the last video I wasn't holding something and I wanted to hold something, so I'm gonna stop talking. Um, but on that note, speaking of glasses, summer. I have not read the freaking Byler summer fanfic where it's like something with like water guns. Is it the Bunny 22 fanfiction? No, I don't think it's that one. It's this other fanfiction. Let's dive. Let's freaking Michael Phelps our way into the wonderful world of Byler fanfiction because y'all, y'all. I all I can say is y'all because it was genuinely life changing, bro. Wow. Let's talk about. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the first one. That the first like. Let me talk about the original Byler fanfictions that I read before like really becoming a real Byler and like actually like hardcore shipping this shit. Um, it was I don't know what it was like. Me and my friends. Okay, let me articulate my sentences. Me and my friends were like just goofing around and reading random fan fictions as we do. Um, then we came across like this one fan fiction, and it was Byler. It was Byler. Yes, we were like Byler fan fiction. This is amazing. And basically they were playing D&D naked. That's all that I can. They were playing Dungeons and Dragons naked. The concept of that, bro. The utter concept of that. Whoever wrote that. uh, yeah, and then we used to just joke around a lot, and we would say D and D, get it? Because D and the word like D, like yeah, it was funny at the time. It's still quite funny. Um, yes. So that was like the one of my first experiences with Byler fan fictions. It wasn't really good, but then we all know after uh Byler didn't happen, Byler wasn't canon. After all that, um, after that, then there was like this great Byler uprising, bro. Like it was just different variations every day. Clarendon Byler. Like oh my days, the Clarendon fan arts out of this world. Like it was just reaching this peak, bro. And at the top of that was the Byler power outage fanfiction. So I first saw this TikTok about a Byler power outage fanfiction, and everybody was like, "I love how we all read this at 3 a.m. and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this right now. And I did read it, and it is genuinely one of the best pieces of media like out there, especially for like Byler, bro. Like I love how it's 8 chapters and how like each chapter is like the nights and the day. It's just so perfect. Like I love it. And obviously, I'm pretty sure their first language isn't English, bro. Obviously, bro. But it was revolutionary. I cannot lie to you. Um, life changing for me at least. That was life changing, bro. Wow. I remember I spent 2 nights reading it, and it was so beautiful, bro. It was so beautiful, and I just loved everything about it, and the writing was amazing, and I could picture it. I could picture it in my mind, and it was that. Wait, I can't remember. Was that before or after the new season dropped? I think it was beforehand because I felt like watching the new season that it was kind of canon, but I don't really remember, bro. All I remember was peak, bro. All I remember was it was straight peak. The second big Byler fanfiction I want to talk about is Talk to Me Sweet, Talk to Me Dirty. Me, me and my friends, obviously again, me and my friends started reading it as a joke, bro, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Like the first chapter, first thought, transcending the game, fam. First thought, actually transcending the game. It was amazing. It was funny. It was goofy. Like, oh, you know you're best friends when you freaking goon together, bro. Like, it was goofy. It was funny. But then, as the story progressed, it got more and more deep and more angsty, but still with that goofy ass plot. But then it was still like so deep. It felt beautiful. It felt like you really got into the story and into the emotions, especially of Mike. It was kind of funny him not realizing that he was gay, doing all of that gay stuff, and being like, "Oh, I'm not gay. This is just my best friend, buddy." I read chapter 15 or something like a month ago. I'm like not caught up with the fan fiction of Talk to Me Sweet, Talk to Me Dirty currently. I'm not caught up in that. Uh but it was so amazing. I remember I was like it really grabs the reader's attention, you know. It really grabs it. It was amazing, bro. If you haven't read these fan fictions, go on AO3 and read that stuff right now, bro. Right freaking now. Wow, I'm at a loss for words, bro. Um, that was amazing. But I'm kind of behind on my Byler fan fiction because I still have to read like that Bunny 22 fan fiction and like the one about the water guns. But yeah, overall amazing. Overall amazing. Now I want to talk about the freaking different tropes of the Byler, like the different Byler variations. Yeah, the different Byler variations. So you have freaking Miwi, which is so adorable. People started shipping Byler because they thought Mike was in love with Will. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Like what? Um, and also Miwi Clarendon. Clarendon is so good. There's like this one, like I think the fanfiction's name is "You've Got This Spell on Me" or something, and it is peak writing. I think it's like a million words, bro. What? Like that's insane that you have the commitment to write all that, and it's all beautifully written as well. First thought, transcending the game. Then you have freaking Scoops Ahoy. Scoops Byler and like the pizza Byler. That's amazing. That's so funny. That's so creative. But like they get real creative, and now it's dark in my room. It's dark because Byler didn't happen. This is how I felt when Byler didn't happen actually. And then I read the fan fictions, and the brightness came back. I don't know how to explain it to you, but that was like freaking modern art of what Byler did to my life, bro. Um, but the different Byler variations, I think being in the Byler fandom is one of the best fandoms to be in. The fan edits, the fan art, the fan fiction, everything is so amazing. We have trailers for fan fiction. What? First thought, transcending the freaking games. Like people are on the shelf and they're like, "Give me that." People are on the shelf and they're like, "Give me that." Ignore my sentence structure, but Byler is just amazing. If you are a blinded Malevolent, I think you should come to the come to the good side because Byler is amazing. I think people who are Byler and they hate on Jane, they're like, "Okay, lost. You're lost. Like you're actually lost if you think that Jane is like, I don't know, in the way of the ship or something instead of wanting better for her. Because I feel like I don't want to like come off as rude or like antagonize, try to antagonize Michael, but he groomed 11. He groomed Jane Hopper. Like, it's not like he knew what he was doing. I feel like he was just a kid and she was just a kid. But she was a kid who didn't know what was going on, and she didn't know what was going on, so she couldn't consent. If we look at what consent encapsulates, encapsulates, then we can see that she could not consent to being in a relationship. She didn't know basic math, yet she would make out with Mike like every freaking day. Like what? That's insane. Like she, literally the first time that they kissed, she was like, "Oh, so you're going to be like my brother?" And he kissed her. What? That's insane. That's actually insane, bro. I don't think he knew what he was. I don't think he knew what he was doing, but she didn't either. So it was kind of unfair on her part. And her life kind of sucked. Like she never really had any choice. She didn't know anything outside of Mike. When she hangs out with Maxine, you can see this. You can see that she didn't even really know what she liked. She always did what Mike liked. You know, it's very sad. It's very sad. Her life and the way it ended. Like that quote from Little Women, like the woman in a story has to either be dead or married by the end. She was dead. She was dead. I think that was like just a bad ending overall. Like we're sending the message, oh, the only way to end generational trauma is to kill yourself. Yes. No. What? Um. So Duffer's overall bad plot, just bad everything. I hate it. Um. I'm so mad right now. Like, actually, like, how could they do that to such a beautiful show? Especially, you watch season 1 and season 2 of Stranger Things, and you're like, whoa, this is like really freaking good. You watch season 3, it kind of falls off a little, but not really that much. I think season 3 is a fun season. Season 4 is dear to my heart because of the Byler in season 4. So I like every season, but season 1 is so insanely good. Like you watch this and you're like, oh, this is some type of niche type of indie film. Um, but it's not anymore. It's just like straight Netflix slop. Can I call it that? It's Netflix slop and it's awful. I feel like people always say Netflix makes everything gay. Why didn't they make this one gay, bro? I swear. Um, yeah. So that's my life. Hope you enjoyed it because I know I did. This video was brought to you by Freddy Fazbear. Yes. I think I need to sing. I haven't sang anything. What's a freaking Byler song? I'm gonna sing "Lover You Should Have Come Over." My body turns and yearns for a sleep that won't ever come. It's never over. My kingdom for a kiss upon her shoulder. Oh, it's never over. I'm gonna stop singing right now. I hope you enjoyed that because I know I did. This is really good.